Hello, welcome to another OnlyFans video. If you are new here, I make videos all about OnlyFans and how to scale your OnlyFans business. Today, we're gonna be talking about social media marketing for your OnlyFans business. So let's just jump right on into it. So let's talk about where you can promote your OnlyFans. Obviously, there is TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, dating sites, YouTube, Facebook, news sites like Yubo or Clapper, Discord, Telegram, and literally so many more. There is no right place to promote your OnlyFans. It's whatever ends up working for you, and that's why I always recommend trying everything. But those are basically the platforms that we're gonna be talking about today and how you can market yourself on these platforms. So let's talk about the difference between posting and marketing on social media. So anyone can post on social media, and you probably are already doing this and wondering why you aren't gaining subscribers, why you aren't gaining subs to your OnlyFans, and probably so many more questions. So let's talk about the difference. Posting on social media doesn't necessarily mean it has any relevance to your business. Or maybe it does, but it's not reaching the right people, the right audience. And there is a reason for that. Today, we're gonna come up with your marketing strategy. So let's talk about marketing. What is it? Your marketing should have rhyme and reason. It should be intended to inspire, entertain, or to educate your audience. And it has to be related to your brand. So you need to come up with a brand. Who are you as a creator? Yes, even OnlyFans creators need to do this. Marketing is creating brand awareness, and that's all it is. And also actionable and relevant content to increase traffic or engagement, You kind of need both. So marketing is intentional posting. And as you may know, I teach others how to grow and scale their OnlyFans business. I have an online course and a mentorship, so I talk to a lot of other creators. And one thing that I notice is people are always wondering, I don't know why I can't gain subscribers. I post consistently, but today we are going to dive into why that content is not working for you. What is it that you need to be doing, and what is it that you're doing that's not working? I also want to mention before we dive any further into the video, I'm actually hosting an exclusive webinar experience where we are going to be diving into everything OnlyFans and how you can scale your business. It is only $35, and this week only, if you are watching this before it has turned into April, then you can get a $5 off. That code is here. You can use that code at checkout. The link is down below to join the webinar. Like I said, we're gonna be going over everything about OnlyFans, and I'm also opening up the conversation to you. So if you have any specific questions, you're able to turn on your mic and ask those questions, and I will be able to interact with you guys face to face. So please sign up for the webinar. It's an exclusive experience that is limited. There are only so many spots. So once those spots are taken, that's it. Be sure to come with your questions ready to go, and the event is going to be held on April 16th at 10:30 a.m. PST. Hope to see you all there. Jumping back into marketing. So let's talk about best practices, and this is for all social media. Anywhere on social media, these are the best practices. You need to create an identity. You need to think about who you are as a creator, and sometimes this doesn't come right away. Sometimes you need to start creating, sometimes you need to get ideas based off other creators, and you need to put together who you are as a creator. What do you enjoy creating? What do you enjoy as a person? How can you make that a more exaggerated personality online? So create an identity. The next best practice, creating a call to action that encourages interaction on your content. So whether that is controversial marketing or not, which we've talked about before, where you are kind of stirring up drama so that the viewer is inclined to leave a comment that says, oh, no way, that's not true, or something like that. Whether you're doing controversial marketing or you're doing something less controversial, you need to be creating a call to action. And it can't just always be so direct, like, follow me on OnlyFans, follow me on OnlyFans. That isn't going to entice people, because that type of marketing just doesn't work anymore. You need to create some other form of interaction with your audience and something that entices them to want to leave a comment. So asking questions, being controversial, having fun with it. There are many different ways to do this, and so you just need to create interaction. Another great practice is to connect with your audience. Every comment you get, every DM message that you get, you need to be responding, interacting, and building a real, honest, genuine connection with people that are interested in you. That is how you build loyal clients, loyal customers to your OnlyFans. You want to build a genuine connection. So the next best practice is creating a consistent system that works for you for creating content and also posting content. You need to be consistent in general, and you need to create a system that works for you to do that. I hear so many people say that what they are struggling with is motivation to make the content or to post the content or to find new strategies. A lot of people are struggling with the motivation, and I made a whole video about motivation, so if you need help with that, definitely check out that video. But you need to work on this and then create a system that will help you stay motivated and stay consistent with all these things. If you aren't consistent, this is not gonna work for you. You have to be consistent, and you need to create a strategy for creating content and posting content. So for me, my best strategy is I take a full day to create a week's worth of content for my OnlyFans and for promoting my OnlyFans. The system that works for me is working Monday through Friday and forcing myself to make content whether I feel like it or not, and also trying to get ahead so that I have videos and content being posted and I don't have to stress that I haven't made content for a certain week. I also time block, so if you want to see a video of how I time block, then please let me know in the comments down below. Okay, the next one is something that you're gonna have to do a lot of research in. You're gonna have to learn, you're gonna have to read about, you're gonna have to watch videos about, and it is visual storytelling. As a creator, your message needs to come out in a way that is going to connect with an audience. And this goes for even sex workers on OnlyFans. I think a lot of people get confused. They think, oh, if I just post my naked body, people are gonna be interested. And people are not going to pay you to post your body. They can find naked pictures all over the internet. That is not what they are looking for. They're looking for a connection. They're looking for a story. They're looking for a reason to follow you. And one of those things is, like I said earlier, connecting with them. But another thing is telling a story. When you make content, you need to figure out what the message is. Are you entertaining them? Are you giving them information and knowledge? Are you inspiring them? What is the personality that comes with your content? Like any story, there needs to be a beginning, middle, and end. Every single piece of content you create needs to have that beginning, middle, and end. Figure out how to tell a story with your content. The next best practice is reviewing your analytics and making changes where necessary. I think people forget that a lot of the big influencers on OnlyFans were already visual storytellers. We're already social media influencers. They're not succeeding because they have a following, because some of them didn't have a huge following when they started. But what they did do is they already knew how to tell a story. They already knew how to create content. That was something that they were already interested in, and they learned how to do. And if they didn't, they continued to learn and they continued to grow. So one thing that you really need to think about is take a look at your analytics. Take a look at when you see an influx in subscribers or followers or whatever. What content were you posting? What content were you sending out? Were you interacting in a certain way? Were you telling a certain story? You also need to look at what's not working and stop making content like that, or learn how to make that content better. One thing I like to do is recreate content that's working for me. If a certain video or a certain photo worked, how can I recreate that same message in another form? Whether it has better information, newer information, whether it has more visual effects, or it's longer, more detailed. Maybe it's more fun. Maybe it's more inspiring. Maybe it's more sexy. How can I make it better? The next thing is to be active and responsive. This goes for every single social media platform, and wherever you're marketing, every single platform favors those that are fully engaged in their platform. You are going to be rewarded for how often you're on whatever platform, how engaged you are with the people engaging with you. You are gonna be rewarded for that. So be active, be responsive. Some people ask me if they are posting too much. You are never posting too much. You need to be posting more. So many people say, oh, I don't wanna annoy my fans. I don't wanna annoy my following. They're following you because they want to see you, and the algorithm is gonna favor those that are spending time on whatever platform. So post, post, post. There's never enough posts. Post stories, post grid posts, post videos, post reels, post everywhere all the time, over and over again, but don't lack in quality, which goes into my next best practice. Don't lack quality. Every single piece of content needs to get better. Let me move this. Every single piece of content needs to get better and better every single time. If you aren't improving, then your following is going to get annoyed. If you are putting out shit content, then yes, your following is not going to like it. So don't lack quality just because you want to post a million times, but also don't think that everything needs to be perfect. Get better. And as you make more content, you will naturally get better and quicker at making content. It's just how the cookie crumbles, you will get better at it. Those are my best practices. Now let's talk about having a marketing plan. Here are some questions to think about when you are putting together a marketing plan. What platforms are you gonna use? I always say be everywhere, but don't spread yourself too thin. Try every single route you possibly can, and when you find what's working, zero in. Focus on what's working. Try new apps when they come out. If it doesn't work, move on. Obviously, don't move on too fast. I think you have to give every single platform at least a couple of months to really know if it's gonna work for you. Don't try it for a week and say, oh, it didn't work. Try it for a few months. But find those few platforms that you understand, that you think you can work with, that you enjoy creating content on, and then go from there. I have basically every platform, and then I have my favorite ones that work for me, that I understand, that I can find my target audience, all of those things. That brings me into my next question. Who is your target audience and where are they? You need to think about that when you are thinking about where you want to put your content. Where are these people that you are looking for, and where can your content really thrive? Next question is, what's the objective? The next thing you need to think about is, what does that content look like from the other side? One thing is, when you are creating content, let's say specifically for the male gaze, and you're creating, say, a TikTok, what do they want to see? And what's appropriate for the app that you're actually putting your content on? What is allowed? What's not gonna get banned? So what kind of content? And like I said, every content needs to have some sort of story to it. Every piece of content needs to have a meaning behind it. And I think a lot of people forget, they think they can just be sexy. You cannot just be sexy. You need to have a personality behind that sexy person. You need to have a story behind it. You need to have a brand behind who you are. So those are some questions to think about when you are setting up your marketing plan. Write out your answers and then figure out, okay, where am I gonna post? What the content is gonna look like, and who am I targeting? Every single piece of content needs to be run through some of those questions. When you make a piece of content, think about it as a viewer. Let's talk about SEO. I think so many people are missing their audience because they are not putting hashtags and relevant keywords in their descriptions, in their titles, in anything. And this goes for all platforms. If you are not using the right wording, you are not gonna be presented to the right audience. So say you're on TikTok or Instagram Reels and you write For You page or hashtag Reels. Instagram and TikTok doesn't know where to put you, because that could be anybody you're trying to reach. You aren't telling Instagram or TikTok who you're trying to reach. Who is your target audience? They don't know. You need to use keywords in your description. And remember, your keywords, especially on those apps, have to be PG-13. So you need to look at other creators that are in your niche, that are similar to you, and you need to see what's working for them. Then you need to recreate that in a way that works for you. Don't reinvent the wheel. Look at what somebody else is doing and recreate that until you can figure out what you're doing. I think it's okay. Obviously, don't copy, but on TikTok, you know, there are things that work. And so you need to learn what works by remaking other content that's working. That's how you learn. You emulate what others are doing. And I think that goes for everybody. Even as a kid, as a young kid, you would do the same movements that your parents would do, or the same facial expressions. It's the same thing. And then you learn, and then you're able to have your own emotions and your own expressions and your own type of movements and however you interact in the world. But when you were a baby, you started out by just emulating what your parents were doing. And that's the same thing that you need to do on social media. You need to find what's working, recreate that content and say, oh, okay, this is how you do it. That's how you make a viral video. That's how you find the right audience. Do almost everything the exact same as another creator that's having success. See if that works for you. If it's not working, find another creator. Try and do what they're doing that's working. And make sure you're looking at the views. Like, if one of their videos is a flop and you're emulating that, you might hit another flop. Do what's working and recreate that stuff. And like I said, find other creators in your niche or that are similar to you, that look like you, that are creating content that you want to create, and do that. A lot of us want to be creative right away, and you want to do your own thing and you want to do what you like, right? But sometimes the way to learn is to not do what you like. You have to think about your audience. You have to think about what they want and make that content, whether you like it or not. That's how you are going to find the audience, and that's how you're going to find the people to come to your OnlyFans. Do what they want to see, not what you want. Let's talk about OnlyFans specific strategies. I think something that you can do as an OnlyFans creator is create a main account, which is very PG, very safe for work, and then also having throwaway accounts. So that goes for mostly Instagram. If you have your main account, like if you follow me on Instagram, my main account is Alanah Cole, and then I have a throwaway account, which is only Alani _com, which is like onlyalani.com, right? That's my throwaway account. If it gets banned, it gets banned. It's okay, because that is my not safe for work page. Obviously, I try to be as safe as possible on there because I want to use that as my marketing page for OnlyFans, but I know that it can get taken down. Have a safe for work page and have a couple of pages that are maybe not safe for work or that are a little more scandalous, so you can really promote your OnlyFans, and you can, you know, do follow for follow or like other creators' comments so that you can get in front of their audience's eyes and hopefully gain traction that way and engage in the community. And then your main account, you can obviously funnel people from your throwaway accounts to your main account or to your OnlyFans. So one thing that is OnlyFans specific is definitely making throwaway accounts. That way you're not discouraged and you are still trafficking people from, that sounds horrible, you're still funneling people from your throwaway accounts to your main account. That way you're gaining a following there, and then they can also find you on OnlyFans. Make sure you have your safe for work account and your not safe for work accounts. And that way you have the best of both worlds. Another recommendation is that you build up your safe for work account first. Build that up, put all your energy into that first. Don't promote your OnlyFans. Don't just be promoting your OnlyFans. Promote your brand, promote who you are. Fans are not gonna come right away. That's just the reality. I feel like it's not the same as it was in 2020 when the pandemic was hitting. Everyone was online, everyone was infatuated with the idea of OnlyFans. Things are not the same anymore. You have to be okay with slow growth now. And instead of fighting it, embrace it. Build up your social media accounts first as a personality, as an influencer. That's what you need to do. Another thing is going live. So whether that's on Twitch or Instagram or TikTok, you need to be going live. It's going to help you tremendously. And I think it also builds up that personality and connection with your audience that you can't really get any other way unless you go live. The last thing is to stay up to date with all the new trends, but also not to let flashy objects change your trajectory. I think a lot of the times we are like, oh, this is the new tactic. This is the new thing. This is the new thing that we need to do. You need to focus. Like I said before, you need to be everywhere. You need to try everything, but you also need to give your attention to what's working, and you need to nourish and nurture your platforms that are the most important to you, the ones that are working for you, the ones that you feel passionate about. So whether that's Facebook or TikTok or YouTube, whatever it is, the most important ones you need to nurture and you need to grow. And OnlyFans subscribers will come within time if you are making quality content and you are showing up your authentic self and you are connecting. That is how you market your OnlyFans. I feel like so many people think that there's like this secret method, there's this secret way. You need to connect with your audience. as often and as much as possible and in the most genuine way. And I also think people forget you need to be on social media. You need to show up. You need to create a brand. I hope this helps. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I have an online course, a mentorship program, and I will be hosting a exclusive webinar experience all about OnlyFans where we can talk one-on-one and all together about best practices and how to grow. And it's gonna be a really fun event. Like I mentioned, it is on April 16th. Daisy? Like I mentioned, it is on April 16th at 10:30 a.m. PST time, Pacific Standard Time. So please hit that link down below. It is only $35. I will see you there. Can't wait for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.